Todd Helton was robbed of the MVP award in 2000. Let's talk about it. Todd Helton is the newest member of the Baseball Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. Helton played 17 years for the Colorado Rockies and was one of the best hitters of the 2000s. His hitting stacks up with other Hall of Famers such as Jeff Bagwell, Edgar Martinez, and Luis Gonzalez. In 2000, Todd Helton had the best year of his career and one of the greatest seasons a hitter has ever had. How good was it? Well, he batted .372 in 697 plate appearances, 216 hits, 42 home runs, an incredible 147 runs batted in, and he got on base 46% of the time. Slugged 2 points under 700, had an OPS over 1,000, and was 63. I'm going to say that again. 63% better than the league average, and needed just 8 more home runs to win the Triple Crown. He also batted .400 into August. I hope you heard that. And yet, he finished 5th. Hang on, I'm going to say that again. 5th place in MVP voting and received only 1 first place vote from the baseball writers. Helton was far better than the 4 men that finished in front of him, including the man who would wind up winning the award. And don't take my word for it, let's dig into the stats. We'll start with the man who finished in front of Helton, Jim Edmonds. Helton bested Edmonds in every major category, while playing in more games and having more plate appearances than Edmonds. He had 60 more hits, drove in 39 more runs, and batted almost 80 points higher. And this is no knock to Edmonds. He had a great season in 2000, but this highlights just how good Helton was that year. Then there's Mike Piazza, who finished 3rd in MVP voting. How Piazza finished ahead of Helton is even more baffling. Piazza certainly got extra points for being a catcher, but his numbers just don't stack up. Piazza had 150 less plate appearances, had an OBP 70 points less, wow, and his WAR was almost 4 wins less than Helton. How could this have even happened? Well, for some clarity, you need to understand that Helton finished lower than Edmonds and Piazza because they received many more 2nd and 3rd place votes than Helton, which raised their points even higher than this. Now let's take a look at who finished 2nd. Barry Bonds. Bonds bested Helton in just 3, count them, just 3 categories, having 7 more home runs, 6 more stolen bases, and an OPS plus 25 points higher. Helton was still a better player according to WAR by 1.2 points. And if you know anything about WAR, that's significant. So who ended up winning the award? It was actually Barry Bonds' teammate, Jeff Kent. Helton beat Kent in all major categories, including batting average, home runs, RBIs, OPS, and OPS plus. Maybe that matters. He had more hits and a higher WAR by almost 2 whole wins. The category that Kent had him beat was only stolen bases. He had only 7 more than Helton. There are 2 possible explanations for why Helton was not given the consideration for the award. First, many writers have a stigma against Colorado players because, let's face it, the offensive benefits they have playing in Coors Field are significant. There's no denying that the ball flies further in the high altitude of Denver. However, he was just as good on the road as he was at Coors Field. He was insane at home. But on the road, he still managed to bat .350. He hit 15 home runs, slugged over .630 to the tune of an OPS plus of 178. Second, many writers take into consideration whether or not a team makes it to the playoffs. Even though it's not technically in the voting criteria, many writers won't vote for players on teams that just don't win. The Rockies finished with a record of 82-80. That's above 500, isn't it? But finished in 4th place, 15 games behind the first place Giants, and 9 games back of the wild card. Regardless of how the Rockies finished the season, Helton was clearly the best player of the National League in 2000. Unfortunately, it wasn't the first time the baseball writers have made a mistake, and it certainly won't be the last. Well, this has been Lat Talk. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out our other videos. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Adios.